Railgan here again with another ZvP game that I played against Kung Fu Panda, and today we're having a look at the 1312 opener again. So I built one drone, turn it into an extractor, then no more drones, a pool, then 3 more drones, and then an overlord. Kind of the basic opener that I'm going for. I then save up my larva, so when my pool finishes I built the 6 lings. I stop mining gas once I have enough gas for link speed. I send the links across the map, or well, to try and find the probe. This time around I'm not able to find the probe. Started the queen in my main because I thought maybe I can't get the expansion down, but I'm able to place the expansion just fine. Stockpiling some larva in my main. I only built 8 links, and my 8 links hit his base around the 2:10 mark on this map. So what I'm looking for here is damage on the gateway. I noticed that his gateways are not building. He's now croning out the unit, the cyber core is done, so this pretty much confirms for me that he is going for a defensive adept. I'm chasing down the probe with my additional links, and I kind of feel like I'm not really going to be able to do damage to him. So on my side of the map, after my initial 8 links, I'm now droning up, got my main base saturated, building some additional overlords because I got supply blocked. Over here, I'm trying to kill the gateway. I noticed that even the gateway gets really low, which allows me to actually finish off the gateway. So this time around I don't have to drop my links into his main base with an extractor, with an evolution chamber overlord drop. But instead I'm able to just go straight into his base. Sadly he gets a pretty good surround on my links and manages to take down all but one pretty much immediately. If you look at the workers though, I'm not really far behind. My expansion is done around the same time his expansion is done. Still, I wouldn't really call this the end of all positions that I want to be in, but I guess that's fine. Now at this point of the game, because I was able to kill the second gateway, his adept production is a little bit stunted, so he can't get out as many adepts. He's probably also quite a bit pissed because I killed the gateway, because he could have very easily defended it with the zealot, or if he just wasn't so greedy and went for the second zealot instead. Like, he had a lot of options to save the gateway, but he went for none of them. At home I built an evolution chamber. I was mining some gas, getting the +1 melee into a 3rd base once I have some drones at my natural and enough money. Using the overlord that I have to drop into his main reveals to me that he is in fact building a lot of adepts. The phoenix that he built will kill my overlord. I can't really do much about that. I immediately pull all my other overlords home, and at this point in the game I kind of thought, well, I guess we're gonna build nothing but links this game. So you're going to see how Railgan beats a high level GM Protoss with nothing but links and some Bane links. I think it's almost pure Ling that I'm gonna use, but we're gonna see. Here I'm trying to go for the adepts, but I notice that he has a couple too many and gets off some pretty good shots. I'm using my queens right here to defend my overlords a bit. As long as there's not 4 phoenix, my queens don't really have to be scared of the phoenix. So I'm able to put a bit of pressure on him there, on his phoenix. Now I move my overlord to the spore crawler here. This is just kind of a safety spore crawler because it allows me to have a queen in this area. I made a lot of links because I figured, yeah, he's probably going for an adept attack because I scouted no 3rd base. However, he is not going for an adept attack at all. He sees that I'm not mining gas at the natural, and that probably tips him off as, yeah, well, something weird is going on here. Trying to then do some damage to him here because I have so many links, and keep in mind the links also have the +1 upgrade, but I can't really go in here. Like, he has this area walled off, he has a force field ready, shield battery almost done, and all his units are clumped up tightly in a place where my links can't get any surface area. Which means, well, there's not really a way for me to push into him there. Instead, I'm gonna wait. Got my +2 melee on the way. About even in workers, I think that's a good place for me to be right now. He's not even mining gas from the natural. I guess he kind of forgot the extractors or something. I noticed that he's going for a lot of adepts, so I immediately throw down the Baneling Nest, some panic overlords, a couple drones, and then I just start mass producing the links. Small mistake by me here, positioning the queen on the wrong side of the hatchery, which means the spore crawler can't actually help defend. Right now I'm going for a counter with my links. he's moving out on the map. At home, I have to somehow defend against this huge adept push. Sorry, and we're gonna see how I do that very soon. My adept counter over here, my Ling counter over here is kind of being shut down, but I do have the +2 melee attack almost, actually only halfway done, but I have a +1 melee attack advantage. So what's happening here is that my Ling's positioned. We're gonna have a look at this quickly. I have my Ling's positioned at the spore crawler behind the queens. I'm distracting him on this side of the map with the Ling pressure a bit. And what's happening here is the adepts, the first target of the adepts is this queen. So you're going to see the adepts start attacking the queen. I put a transfuse on the queen, and while the adepts are firing away at the queen that takes very little damage, my Lings are completely shredding his adepts. On his side of the map, he's starting to fall apart as well. I'm trying to get in here with Lings, I can't quite do it, and I'm a little bit scared of a force field, so I think I'm actually just pushing through here. Wow. On this side, on my side of the map, I'm defending decently against the adepts. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of damage as well, but I'm eventually able to get into his main base. Keep in mind at this point in the game, 7.5 minutes in, I built nothing but Lings. I noticed that this pylon is very vulnerable, powering a lot of tech, so I will try to remember that for my later attacks. Still droning a little bit, building a lot of Lings. I think I'm gonna get a 4th base very soon because I can't actually spend my money. Or maybe I don't get a 4th base, I don't know. I should get a 4th base because I can't spend my money. That's for certain. Getting the bailing speed right now and starting to spam even more Lings. Right here I get a couple probe kills, which is really nice for me. Just trying to get whatever I can. My opponent is already building the Immortals. It's kind of a mistake of him to not go for the Archons instead, because Archons would be very useful. I'm using all my gas that I have right now to make Banelings, and I just keep spamming Lings. He still has this Phoenix on the map that don't really do anything, but the real pain is starting over here. My Baneling speed is almost done, so while the fight is going on, the Baneling speed is going to finish, and even without Baneling speed, I'm able to get such good connections on him. On my side of the map, I use my reinforcement Lings to defend against the Warp Prism. My +2 Banelings are able to one-shot his probes. Boom, boom, kaboom. His probes do go down. He lifts a couple of my Banelings, which well, is a little bit annoying for me. I have no trouble at all with when it comes to shutting down his attack though. Over here the Zealot is a little bit out of position, and I managed to sneak the Lings in, and you're really starting to see how this game is going to end right now. I'm going for Baneling connections on his probes. The Lings are target firing down the vulnerable pylon that I detected earlier on, and the Banelings are trying to connect to his workers. Now I don't think I actually get the pylon down, but it would have been really nice if I did. Over here we still have some Lings attacking, so at this point he's down to 13 workers. I give him the O face, and he gives me the rage quit. Wow. What an amazing game. I kinda used the 13-12 earlier on to put a little bit of pressure on him, didn't really get much done, and then I used upgraded Lings to put to put him down by just spamming him with Lings, and then one huge Baneling attack that completely crushed his army and economy, allowing me to win the game, even though I had a lot more money if I would have just expanded. Could have been even further ahead. So macro, not perfect, but execution, pretty good.